This means drying in the sun, which has the advantage of not requiring any investment in equipment. Large drying areas are necessary on account of the quantity of material to be dried and the slowness of the drying process of the berries, the pulp of which contains sugars and pectins. Sun drying is usually carried out on clean dry ground trays or a solid concrete surface. Irrespective of the type of surface, the berries must be spread out in a thin layer only 30–40 mm thick, especially at the start of the drying period, so that fermentation will not occur. In fact, any undue heating at this stage can cause discoloration, brown silver skin, and an unsatisfactory brew. Frequent raking is necessary during the earlier wet stage to stop molds proliferating. Drying areas should be located in well-ventilated places, thus clearings in equatorial forests should not be used as there is not enough ventilation and a stagnant fogs can form. Many microorganisms can proliferate on the skin exocarp, particularly molds, either directly in the growing area, e.g. Coleototricum co.F. fusarium, or on drying surfaces, e.g. Aspergillus niger, Penicillium rhizopus, etc. Certain yeasts, Torula, Saccharomyces, etc. and certain bacteria can also develop. For a given thickness of layer, the length of the drying process depends mainly on the weather conditions, including the psychrometric characteristics of the ambient air. It also depends upon the size of the berries, their degree of ripeness, and their moisture content. In Brazil, some estates first sort the berries under water according to their diameter, in order to provide more homogeneous batches of berries for drying. Degree of ripeness is associated with their moisture content and their capacity to float or not in water. Thus, floating berries, overripe, dried, have 20–50% moisture, and non-floating green, yellow, and red will have 50–70%. According to Medcolf 1, the distribution is as indicated in Table 1. The berries to be dried will also be of varying size, since the volume of the fruit increases in the ripening process and subsequently diminishes during drying on the tree. The same author obtained the results in Table 2 from size grading studies. The required length of the drying period varies from 3 to 4 weeks. In drying Robusta berries, the bulk density of the berries ranging over 645 kg M3 to 440 kg M3, with a layer 30 mm thick, the load will range from 19.4 to 13.2 kg M2. The moisture content of the berries is reduced after drying to approximately 12% as is. At this value, it is generally considered possible to conserve the beans satisfactorily in subsequent storage.